Hello, this is Gray Hughes. A lot of you remember the case of Ebby Steppach. It's been on a lot of YouTube videos. It was on Crime Watch Daily. There's podcasts about it. I never made a video about it because I feel like it was really well covered by everyone. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess for the family to get some sort of a resolution in the case, they have found her remains. And I will give you a short recap of the case for those of you who weren't following it at the time or haven't watched any of the podcasts or anything. So this is from fox16.com. On October 24th, 2015, Ebby Steppach went missing. October 26, 2015, she was reported missing. October 30th, 2015, Steppach's car was found in Shalamont Park in Little Rock, Arkansas. November 2015, the Steppach's family offer a $3,000 reward. April 2016, volunteers search wooded area near Markham and Bauman. On November 2016, or in November 2016, Little Rock police search Shalamont Park for 3 days, and this is the same park her car was found and where her remains were found just yesterday. In May 2017, Steppach's parents say mistakes were made in the case. Detectives say case was potential of being homicide, or has potential of being. In May 2017, Steppach's parents say mistakes were made in the case, and detectives say case has potential of being a homicide. In May 2017, Steppach's parents reveal on Crime Watch Daily their daughter was going to report an alleged sexual assault days before she disappeared. Now, what happened was she actually went to a party and she felt forced into this sexual event with 4 different people, and it was filmed, and she felt really horrible about it, and the next day got angry and told her, I don't know if it was her step-uncle, that she was going to report it. And he was going to help her do that. In June 2017, Steppach's family increased reward to $50,000. October 2017, Steppach's family hires new private investigator. December 2017, Dr. Phil highlights the case and encourages witnesses to come forward. So that was just 5 months ago. And then just yesterday, they found her remains in Shalamont Park. My video today is just going to be showing you where she was found and kind of question how they didn't find her originally. It seems bizarre to me. Okay, so let's take a look at that right now. Now let's take a look at Google Earth, and I'll show you exactly where they recovered her body. And it's pretty amazing to me that they did not find her at the time. Now here's the park, Shalamont Park in Little Rock, Arkansas. And there is a manhole cover right there. And there's a pipe that goes from here across. And they actually excavated, after putting a robot in the pipe and looking for her, they excavated it and found her body right here. Now I'll show you street view here. Google, for some reason, drove up this little tiny parking lot right here. But it's amazing that they did that. And there is the manhole cover right there that led to the pipe that went across. All right, so I'll keep it right there. How about I'll keep it at this angle right here. Now let's watch the news clip from the time they were doing this 3-day search in November 2016, a year after she went missing.
A new search for a missing teenager got underway in West Little Rock today. Ebby Steppach has been missing now for more than a year. Our Maureen Glisovic joins us from Shalamont Park. And Maureen, have police said why they're searching that area?
Well, Chris, police tell me when Ebby Steppach first went missing, they found her car abandoned in this area about 5 to 7 days later. And while they have told me that they have searched this area before, this time they're using the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children as well as bloodhounds. More than a year later and minimal clues, the search for missing teen Ebby Steppach continues. Combing through Shalimont Park in West Little Rock, Steppach's mother, Lori Jernigan, desperately seeks.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right here. Look where she's standing. Here's the barricade. The manhole cover is right over there. So at this point, she's literally within 75 feet or so of her daughter. That's just absolutely incredible to me.
Seeking answers and not giving up.
Ebby's 19 now, but
I actually think you can see the manhole cover right there. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly right. See how there's the water can drain into there and there's a manhole cover. And there's that rock right there. Let's go back to that. That rock and the manhole cover is right there. Unbelievable.
I'll never stop.
This car, captured on surveillance footage just days after she went missing, found abandoned here.
And look at this clip. This clip literally is saying this is where her car was parked. And there isn't one person who thought of maybe lifting up this manhole cover to check back then. That seems bizarre to me. That doesn't seem reasonable. They didn't even look in that the second time. When they came back for 3 days checking this park, nobody looked in there.
Lieutenant Dana Jackson telling KTV while it's the first...
And looking at this image, it's right back here. And even though there's all these people here, nobody checked that manhole cover. And at this time, Ebby is actually not alive in that pipe right back there.
Time, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, along with bloodhounds, assist. This isn't police's first time searching.
We have other responsibilities we have to have.
Okay, now in this shot, it's going to be right back there.
But we never forget this case. We're not going to give up on it. Things come up and we have to turn to on other crimes that occur in Little Rock, but we always come back to this.
I've prayed. I hope they find her and there's no closure. There's never closure in a death, but I want her back.
Also, take a look at this image right here. This is an image of the hounds that were supposed to detect the remains of a human being, and right now you're literally 30 feet or so from the manhole cover right there. Did they go anywhere near there? I mean, you'd think that they would have detected something. That's unbelievable to me.
And police would not tell us if a new tip led them back to this area. However, they're saying that they are searching all tips and leads as they come into the police department. And of course, there's still that $15,000 reward for anyone that could provide information that will lead to the discovery of Ebby Steppach.
Yeah, so you see that? Isn't that just amazing that this whole time she's just right back there in a pipe? And you would think that with all those people searching the park, they would have looked under that manhole cover right there and then maybe sent down a robot and checked it out. They obviously had a tip or something to go back to that park. They went back again just recently, and then they found her this time. Now, I actually think that this is going to lead to an arrest very soon. I think the people that raped her and that she was about to report on had something to do with her death. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Jolie Musa case, although that case is still not solved, and there doesn't seem to be any idea of who killed Jolie Musa. Now let's watch the press conference that came out today.
Little Rock Police Department Public Affairs Division. Today we are here to brief you regarding the missing person case of Ebby Steppach, who went missing in 2015. I'm here with Investigator Tommy Hudson of the Little Rock Police Department Cold Case Unit, Lieutenant Crystal Haskins, the Homicide Commander of the Little Rock Police Department, and Pulaski County Coroner Jerome Hobbs. This time I'm going to turn it over to Lieutenant Haskins to brief you on the investigation.
As Steve has said, we are here to provide an update regarding the Ebby Steppach case and the efforts of our cold case unit. We have been able to make strides in this case due to the tenacity of this unit, which is comprised of retired homicide detectives. We will now allow Investigator Tommy Hudson to provide a limited briefing.
On October 26, 2015, the family of Ebby Steppach made a missing person report with the Little Rock Police Department. She was last seen and heard from on October 24, 2015. A short time later, within that same week, her vehicle, a Volkswagen Passat, was located in Shalimont Park in West Little Rock. The case was initially assigned to violent crimes detectives with the Little Rock Police Department, who listed her as a missing person and put out alerts and flyers, processed evidence from the scene where her vehicle was located, and submitted that evidence to the Arkansas State Crime Lab. In May of 2017, this case was reassigned to the Little Rock Police Department Homicide Unit for homicide investigators to do follow-up investigation on the initial investigation done by violent crimes. During the course of that investigation, all evidence that was previously submitted to the Arkansas State Crime Lab was re-evaluated by the Homicide Unit and resubmitted to the State Crime Lab for further evaluation. During that time period, it was also determined to conduct a cadaver dog search in the area of Shalimont Park where Ms. Steppach's vehicle was last seen. Cadaver dogs searched that area for over 3 days and didn't locate any kind of scent that would lead us to believe that Ms. Steppach was in that area. In May of 2017, the Little Rock Police Department established a homicide cold case unit consisting of homicide detectives that had retired from the police department. We picked up the Ebby Steppach case and started reevaluating the initial investigation and what had been done during the course of that investigation since she was first reported missing. During the course of that investigation, more evidence was resubmitted to the Arkansas State Crime Lab with some positive results that led us to believe that we need to search the area of Shalimont Park again. Investigators with the cold case homicide unit came up with several theories that some of the possibilities of what may have occurred or what may have happened that led to the disappearance of Ms. Steppach. During the course of these theories, we tried to come up with different scenarios of what it may have been if something had happened to her, where her car was located, where we would need to look at in that area to try to find any kind of other evidence. With the cooperation of the Little Rock Field Office of the FBI and the Public Works Department, we decided to conduct a search of the piping and drainage system close to the area where Mrs. Steppach's car was initially found in 2015. With the assistance of the Public Works Department, we used robots with video cameras that we were able to send down the drains. Eventually, starting from the top drain where her car was found, we hit obstructions 70 feet down from the top part of where her car was. We then took the same robots and ran them back up the other end from the drain, up another 130 feet, and located another obstruction. Neither one of these obstructions were human remains, but they piqued our interest that we had an obstruction from 70 feet from the top, from 130 feet from the bottom. After consultation with the Little Rock FBI office, we made the determination that we needed to excavate this area to see what was inside the pipe itself. We actually have photos where we were able to see the obstructions, but none of those obstructions, like I said, were human remains. At 10:30 hours on Tuesday morning, we located the piping section that we believe we need to open up to see what the obstruction was. Upon opening that pipe, cold case investigators located human remains inside that pipe. At that time, we shut everything down and immediately went to try to search for the family of Ms. Steppach to let them know we had found human remains. Once that notification was made, prior to the media being notified, we then went back to the scene and created a new crime scene with the assistance of the Little Rock Field Office of the FBI, their evidence recovery team, and the Pulaski County Coroner's Office. That process took several hours to recover those remains, along with new evidence that we did find inside this piping system. All that evidence has been retained by the Little Rock Police Department. The remains were sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for positive identification, and we'll be waiting for the testing results on that evidence that was taken from those pipes.
The cold case unit will continue to work with the Jernigan and Steppach family to bring a resolve to this matter. The Little Rock Police Department would like to thank the following for their assistance in this investigation: the local FBI field office, the Arkansas State Crime Lab, City of Little Rock Public Works, the Pulaski County
Well, there you have it. That was a pretty interesting explanation by that one detective there. How they search and so forth, but how come they didn't check there originally? I don't know. I hate to always bring stuff like that up, but it just seems so odd. And it was interesting to hear how they came up with theories and they need to check the pipes. Well, what kind of a theory were you thinking about? I mean, here you are, the car's right next to the pipe and manhole cover. Why didn't you look there almost immediately? It's right there. All right, that's the update on Ebby Steppach. There's no closure in cases like this for the parents, but it does give them some comfort that she has been found and they can put her to rest. And there's some peace in that. Okay? So, I guess that's all I have for you, and until next time, everybody, be safe out there.